You get one every 4 years. We all pay for it in our taxes, and X marks the spot. What is it? Your vote. Last Thursday, 65% of the population exercised their right to vote. What happened to the other 35%?
The right to vote was only awarded to most Britons less than 100 years ago. Until 1918, when men over 21 gained the right to vote, only men who owned land and women over 30 who owned property elected the government in the UK. The suffrage movement, which began in the mid-18th century and pushed worldwide for women to have a say in their governments, culminated in Britain in 1928, when women over 21, then also the minimum age for male voters, won the vote. Today, just 82 years on, we seem to have a mass apathy which saw no political party clearly winning the election, a divided public and a turnout of just over half the population.
So, how has what only a few years ago was a proud acknowledgement of freedom become for many eligible voters a joke?
I did vote, and I think that you should try and vote, because in the past a lot of people have gone through a lot of struggle to ensure that we can vote now. Women or black people, so I think that you should exercise your right to vote.
If everybody had voted in this country, we may be in a different position today.
I did vote. It's the second time I've ever voted in my life. I'm 55 and I don't know why I bothered.
Well, I think everybody should vote. I think all young people, but a lot of people are disillusioned with politics. It's like a little club in Westminster, them and us.
It's good for everyone to have a voice. Everyone, male, female, black, white, green, orange, whatever. Everyone has a right to vote.
I didn't vote, sadly. I wish I did.
Some element of electoral reform, I think, might be helpful to encourage a greater voter turnout. I think the problem with our current system is that in most constituencies in the country, our power never changes hands.
Everyone should vote. And in fact, I truly believe, telling the rest of you, I truly believe everyone should vote. And if you don't believe in the system or whatever, you should put a no vote.
Would I be more likely to vote if we had proportional representation? Yes, I would. And I would even be more keen to voting, because now sometimes I feel like my vote doesn't really make that much of a big difference. And the democracy that they talk about is not really as true as they would like us to believe.
Electoral reform has become a hot topic of the 2010 general elections, with demonstrators led by organisation Take Back Parliament campaigning for proportional representation on the basis that an election without proportional representation leads to wasted votes and apathy. Whether you voted or not last Thursday, the 2010 general election seems to have polarised viewpoints on an individual's right to vote and how much that vote counts towards electing a government.
It remains to be seen whether enough voters can be empowered to reverse the apathy that threatens our democracy.
Emotes vote. Election night upon the land with votes over, cast by hands holding heads in inevitable dread of impending bed's most probable premonition, of that pronouncement of morning's announcement. Warning I of voice that rejoice and say, with voice of I no politician could pay or say enough for I to mark the ballot of they with anything but grey, as they deserve not from this hand a vote, but rather's I's voice that can only emote against the actual lot of the day, a lot that one has not any inclination to jot one's name for. For how could one's head lay in rest upon this election night at all, if one's right might have voted the day away their way, which would mean one's way would have to slip ever so society compliant into bed. So elect to stay awake instead, as clearly no night to sleep a weary wink of thinking. 1 a.m. am up, not for ballot counting. 2 a.m. am up, not for political surmounting. 3 a.m. am up, not for winners surmounting. 4 a.m. am up, to count the losers counting. 5 a.m. am up, not for losers complexities in counting. 6 a.m. am up, as sun rises to no surprises, as the conservative hung call to a new view, as blue as this election night was to every eye and every you.